next we are going to talking about the VPC, and the next we are going to discuss the VPC plus EC2 instance. The next we are going to discussing about VPC plus instance plus load balancer. All these three grouping things, and we'll discuss now. Thanks, Keker. From response taker. Appreciate you, man. Guys, clear now? Fine. Now let's talk about the VPC, and who don't know like a VPC architecture. I'll just refer one more time, okay, for reference purpose, and let's understand the thing concept. Let's not get a picture how the AWS console level we made it, and just go refer that AWS, and let's see here now. Okay. Now then, what we do? We are going to do for this. Guys, now let's talk about the VPC. Okay. VPC, we are going to creating through Terraform, VPC, internet gateways, all the stuff. Okay, whatever the required for to create your own VPC, own custom subnets, all the stuff. Then next, after the VPC creation, we are going to create a VPC with EC2, our own VPC and EC2 instance we are going to be added. That's the thing. Next thing, and the next another thing is VPC, EC2 plus ELB. Okay, like whatever we require, like as our own VPC, our own EC2, on top of our custom VPC. And EC2 we are going to use, and we are create our under this VPC only. We are going to create our EC2 instance, and then we are going to create the load balancer also. Okay, we are integrating all the stuff here. The clear, right? Requirement. Now let's go and see that VPC now. Now the same code, there is much difference here, and like lot of things will be same, like how to create a VPC resource and how to create a subnet resource, and all. We are going to be do this. When you go for the code, first of all, we'll see the architecture. Okay, when you want to create a custom VPC in our AWS, this is the line. This is the line for our AWS account. Let's say this for VPC I'm creating now, and the inside VPC there is what I'm going to getting a different subnets here. Okay, different private subnet or public subnet. What are the subnet you want to be create? You can create the subnets based on your requirement, like 2 subnets or 3 subnet you want. How many private subnet you want? Like we need to be do this. Then next, what do we do? We need to attach for internet gateway, or else we can't connect the internet, right? We need to create an internet gateway that we need to attach for the internet gateway. Now then next, then even after creating internet gateway also we can't connect the internet. Then what we do? We need to create a this subnet. I create a EC2 instance. This EC2 instance you want to get the internet, you won't get it directly. What we do? We need a internet gateway. That internet gateway we need to attach the VPC. Even though after getting internet gateway also we can't get the internet. Then we need a route table. Then route table we are going to be do for this instance, public instance, and then this route table is going to be point out. This internet gateway is pointed to the this route table. This route table will allow. Then we'll get a internet access. This is the flow: EC2 instance, public subnet, and then route table. The route table and internet gateway. Internet gateway is attached to VPC. This from this it will be coming to the internet access from our mission here. Or else we can't access for any application if you deploy here. Here, this is a private subnet. When you make a private subnet, what you do? This private subnet, this will talk to the your private route table. This private route table is if you want to connect the internet gateway, we need a NAT gateway. That NAT gateway, NAT instance, that whatever. But NAT instance is the previous, and now we are going to do the NAT gateway most of the time. Okay, that is deprecated thing maximum NAT instance. Now what you do? This route table will talk to the this NAT gateway. This NAT gateway will talk to the public route table. This public route table will talk to the internet gateway. Like this, we will get a internet access for the private instances. Again, databases or whatever it may be. This is the flow for private database, private subnet, which you are going to be access here now. Internet. If you want internet for this private instance, this is the flow. This is public instance. This is the flow. This for public, we don't need to require NAT instance, NAT gateway. Or here, the private subnet, whatever we are going to create, that we require a NAT setup here. That's what we discussed in the when you go for the VPC level. The architecture you guys remember, which we discussed in the AWS level. This architecture is clear, right, guys? Any questions now? Because of if you did not understand this concept, then if you written the code, you won't understand. Okay, clear? Then let's go for VPC. Let's go for one step back. CD VPC. here, then vi vpc.pf. Now this is the region. This is also I make it a variable now, and the VPC I'm creating the one VPC. The VPC name is a Terraform VPC. I'm going to Terraform VPC, and CIDR block is that this is also I'm make it a variable. Okay, that variable I'm going to get it here. Even this one, right? Interpolation. This is not required now. Even if you want to remove, just what I'm saying. This was deprecated. Okay, you can keep it like this. Clear? This you can keep it like this. Variable directly here. No need to interpolation is even there also. This is a deprecation warning is showing up previously. That is the previous version. We need to make it like this. Now latest version is not required now. The next, this is the tag name I'm going to give it. The tag name is there. This CIDR block is that what is the range of like as AWS VPC is required. What does mean here? If you want to create a VPC in your console level, we need to allow the CIDR, right? Even the CIDR also we discussed for that 245 minutes. Like as what is CIDR, what is the range of that we are going to give, what is the private range it has, what is the internet, your home internet we have, and then what is the IP range we are going to allow. Okay, if you have subnet and mask, subnet mask is going to be range. Those we discussed, right? 32, like a 16, or how many IPs are we going to allow. Okay, our IP address date we are going to checking for CIDR, how many IPs are allowing. Those we already discussed in the previous sessions. Now those you can remind in your mind, and then go for create a launch VPC here. When you launch the VPC, what are the prerequisite things we required? VPC name, and as well as go for this is single public VPC, and this is for the new, I think look like it's a new UI. Don't confuse here. This is a new UI, guys. Don't confuse. Now when you go for our old UI, you can, like as we discussed in the old UI, right? The same option, but here all things will come to the more features at a time, instead of going doing the many steps here. The new UI, find VPC, subnet, and everything we're getting the one step here. The new UI. Go for here, and then we're going to create a VPC. Then when you create a VPC, we require a CIDR block. Okay, that's what exactly we are doing now here. Okay, clear? That is what. That is a CIDR block. We're going to give this. What is the like as a IPs we required. Also the all the remember region and CIDR block in that the variable section I declared this. And then next, internet gateway. This internet gateway is the resource name. This is okay. This is given by the Terraform, and this is my own name. This is whatever I want, I can create it. And then VPC ID, even this is also interpolation that you wish. Okay, that's also keep it. Now AWS VPC dot, like because of we need to attach this internet gateway to the VPC which we created. The AWS VPC dot Terraform VPC dot ID. In this internet gateway, I'm attaching this VPC. Okay. The next, I'm going to give the tag name is the main here. That your wish. If you, because of this is the billing customer. Now the next, another thing is that we required subnets. The subnet is I'm going to get a public subnet. The length of variable subnet CIDR means how many like a CIDRs you have, and then one or two other. Based on that, you will create the subnets here. One subnet if you created, and that one subnet will get the subnet CIDRs are the two. Then we do the two subnet CIDRs like that. The based on the list here. Based on the list, if you have the list of 1 or 2, 3 subnets, we are going to create CIDR. That many subnets will create a public subnet here. Okay, like as your list is the like as IPs like as range 10.0.01/16. That is a one range, and comma 10.0.0.2. Like a 0./16. Then that is a second range. That means two list we have. The list when like as that list how much length it is, that many subnets will be created here, 2 or 3 or 3. Then remember this variable, then I'll show the in the variable section. Okay, guys. Then next, what we do this again, VPC ID. What is the subnet we are going to get under the which VPC? This VPC or Terraform VPC dot ID. In this VPC, we are going to attach this subnets now. The CIDR block, this element for looping, like as how many range we are going to be given this. Okay. Now, like as how many index are there, how many lists are there in the variable subnet or CIDR. This is the same, and that element and length, these are the functions. Okay, like even the previously we are going to use that, right? That iterating purpose, how many we have, that many CIDR blocks it is going to be created. For example, let's say two length are there. The first subnet public subnet 1, then it will create for the first CIDR. The second, the length you are going to give the CIDR second, that second will go over here based on the count dot index. Okay, and then element, then again available zones. Okay, that's same available where dot available zones, like as how many available zones you are keeping there, that many available zones will be come here, like as a 1A 1B 1C if it's Mumbai region, like that. Okay, and remember in our Mumbai region 1C region we don't have a, like as the micro instance, there is no option. Okay, we don't have a micro instance creation. Okay, that if you try to create for your T2 micro instance in the like as AP South 1C, there is no option, there is no that instance count, that instance we can't be create in the 1C. Okay, subnet in that data center they don't have option that. Okay, then next another thing is the root table. The root table I'm going to give here, that root table I'm attaching this VPC, and this we are going to attaching with the this internet gateway. Okay, this internet gateway, this root table I'm going to attach this. Clear? The next another thing is that root table association here, last section, that AWS root table association with this, the length of the subnets, how many length of that many root tables will be created here. And the next another subnet ID, which subnet ID you need to attach, like as if you have the length of the subnet public subnets, how many are there, that many it will be associated with this root table. If you have the two public subnet, the two public subnet with this root table will be associated. Okay, the root table ID is, it will get for the this root table ID is some over AWS root table dot public root table dot ID. Is it clear, guys? What are the theoretical? We made a code here. That's simple. This is a simple. Now the next scenario, what we do, this we create just VPC. Okay, if this VPC you want to test, you need to create a, definitely under your public subnet you need to create a instance. The instance something you need to install, this that instance where we can access that, we can, that time we'll get to know that okay, that our VPC is getting the internet access or not. This is simply, we can't test this as of now. Once we create a EC2 instance, we can able to test this VPC. That we are going to do the next session. Is it clear, guys? Any questions on this? The same diagram. Think about diagram: internet gateway, root table, and subnet, public subnet, and VPC. And the next, that root table is point out to the internet gateway. That in that root table is going to point out to the public subnet. That is what exactly this is doing. Only public. There is no private as of now here. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Just you need to think about the only upper session. Only this, up to this. It's not at all. Only this. There is no NAT also. If this NAT is required when you go for the private subnet, that NAT should be in the definitely in the public subnet. You must get the public subnet this NAT instance. Is it clear, guys? Clear? And then go for variable. In this variable, this is south one, this is a CIDR VPC CIDR, this is a subnet, this is the list I'm going to give in here, and this is the list I'm going to give in. This is the like as a which reason you want to be which available zones you want to create. The list of available zones is that here. The type is list. This is the type is list. Okay, clear? Even this is also we can get it for the through dynamically also. Okay, this is some functions we have. We are going to be get this. Let's see that. Clear, guys? Clear? Guys, fine, right? Okay, cool. Then Terraform, just apply it. Now this VPC, that Terraform installation is required. I think I removed the previous, I think so. That init that Terraform file. We require to install the plugins. And the next, let's do the Terraform plug. Okay. The next, go and see that VPCs are created or not. Okay. Just refresh this. It created at our own VPC here. One more Terraform VPC. That VPC is created, and see the subnets. Subnets are created. Internet gateways are created. Everything is created now here. Okay, this is a two subnet is created for us. This is attached to our own VPC because of two subnet we are providing at the same way. Now internet gateway. That internet gateway is created for this Terraform VPC, and then the same way root table also. This is the public root table is created. This one that's here. Clear, guys? Clear now? As of now, we can't test this. We until unless we need to create a institutions under our provide VPC, then we can able to do that. Clear? Guys? Fine. Any questions? No one, na? Yes, clear or not? Then I'll go for another VPC with the EC2 instance. Any questions? Let me know. I'll discuss again one more time. Cool. Then fine. I'm going to discuss about again VPC now this time. Okay. No. But if you want to test your own VPC, what we are going to do? We are going to create our own instance under our VPC. Okay. Whatever we create a VPC, that VPC we are going to create a EC2 instance now. Now let's go and see this. Now CD. I'm going to another folder, but what you guys will do, you can keep it in the same stuff here under one thing. Because of I keep it different is that to understand this. Now the same code which we created earlier up to this AWS and then VPC all the same. There is no anything change. Internet gateway the same. Public subnet is the same. Root table is the same. Okay. And the next, this is for the association is the same. Yes, we had this security group is going to be add extra for because of I'm going to creating EC2 instance, right? That EC2 instance security groups and the instance I'm going to create AWS instance, that is a web server here. That is I'm going to creating. That is a security group I'm attaching and the subnet ID. What are the element function, the list of subnets, whatever we assign there, that will going to get here. And see here the user data we are going to given the end of file area, right? Now what we are going to do? I have written the one shell script here. That shell script I'm going to loading using the file function. Using the file function, I'm loading like this. Instead of EOF files and shell script, whatever you do, if you want to read that files in the Terraform, we are going to use the file function, and then this is the script path. This is script. This is available in the under VPC. And the next names is that count.xs. For example, you want to create for the 2-3 instance, or you want to create that will give the like a server 0 and server 1, server 2, like that it will be create this. If you, for example, the format and then we create the function like previously that Terraform level, right? Now if that like sorry, auto scaling level, right? Now what happened if you want to make it your name will be like as a regular expression method and all like a 0001 002 like as that is we're going to the format function over there. Okay, this is simple server 0 001 sorry server 0 server 1 server 2 server 3 like that it will go based on the count will be start with the 0 0 1 2 3 like that. Is it clear? If you want to like make a particular format like as a particular date time or maybe like numbering like or whatever maybe the particular format you want to make it a tag, then we will go for the format function which we discussed in the previously. Clear? Is this common? This EC2 is common, this security groups is common which we discussed previously. Okay, and this here root table at the next that VPC all the stuff here whatever the previously we created now. Clear? It will create a VPC. The VPC here, that VPC is attaching for this internet gateway will attach this VPC, that is the VPC ID here. And the next again, this create a public subnet under our VPC ID. Okay, and this is a CAD block which we are going to get in the variable section. That two CAD blocks are there and available zones. That what are the available zones is specified in the variable section. And the next, the name of this subnet counter plus index means that 0 1 2, like it will be increasing based on that how many you have the list of subnets, subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3, like that. And the next root table here, it will root table creating for attaching for this internet gateway. That root table is attached in the gateway. The next, this association with this root table association with this public subnet, and then this is the public subnet IDs. Then it will count for based on the root table. How many subnet length is that? Say there 2 root table is 2 will create here. And the one is that subnet ID. It will be go for the how many subnets are there in our variable section. That many will go for create. And the root table ID, it will be go for the what are the root table ID as like as it's created the above that root table ID, which will associate this. And the another thing is the security group. This is for the if you want to running your application like as what is the port is running inbound role, outbound role, that we are going to make it here. Is that clear now? That is VPC and integrated with our EC2 instances here. VPC and then integrated with that our EC2 instance now. Let's see here. Let me apply Terraform apply here and then open that variable file here. In this variable file, I'm going to see here. Okay, this is the reason and the like as VPC said here, and the next variable subnets here, and the list of AGs here, and then EMID, and then instance type. Okay, and the number of instances you want to be create, and the key. Anyway, this key is not available, right? Then I'm going to take this key I described in the previously. If you don't have a key, we need to be create the key in the session, like as in the EC2 section we discussed, right? The same. For the name, key name, Jenkins 25 or 21. The key name I'm going to take from which already existed in my EC2. The key page. Jenkins 25. Jenkins 25. Yes. Anything, any name, whatever the keys are existed, and we will do this. Terraform apply. Okay, now we can able to test that application that having the access or not. We can connect for SSH and we'll see that. Okay, then go for over here and then go for EC2 instances here. That instance is created, only one instance I created in this scenario in the public subnet. Just refer the our architecture here which we showed here. Okay, now internet gateway root table and then public subnet we create a EC2 instance. This is the EC2 instance we just created. See server 0. This is the server 0. You want to connect, you can connect here. Let's take a little bit and system. Okay, that key file where is located. That key file if you have in the local system, definitely it will be connected this. Okay, let me take the terminal. The terminal done. See here. We have the public access now. If you want to do this, just do the ping www.google.com. Yes. The internet access. If it is not internet access, it will show the connection timeout issue. Okay, that's the part. And even we deploy the script, right? Which is script we have the same script which we have already done with this previous sessions, right? Now install HTTP. That is the same code we have. That I'm going to be instead of writing again and again. Sorry. Okay, repeat the file. That file I'm going to loading the inside EC2. The previously we open the end of file and all, right? We can keep it the file. That file we are going to be read out here. The same thing we are done. Here, if you want to see that output of that file, which will create instance. Just take this public DNS and then access. Even security groups are created, all the stuff is created. We can access that application. Okay. So put is some circuit is broken. Okay. Here the host name is not printing, some script issue. Right. Clear. There's a way we are going to be get this. What are the script we are going to execute there? That script we are going to be run this. When we have access, that script is something broken because of there is no public DNS for this, right? That's the reason. Maybe. Clear, guys? Clear now? And then another scenario is I have a VPC and I need to create a EC2 instance. On the top of that, I need to create a load balancer or for this instance our own VPC. Okay, that next requirement is this. Any questions as till now? Yes, about others. Fine. The next we are going to create a VPC. We're creating an EC2 our own VPC, whatever the same code here. Then ELB, what are the previously we have the load balancer code, right? The same code will come here. But instead of default VPC, we are attaching our own VPC. That's it. Our own VPC, our own subnet here. Okay. Now let's see this. The same code, there is no change at all, but our custom stuff will come here. Whatever we done the previously. Okay. VPCLB VA VPC. Okay, in this scenario again I put it in the here same guys. Okay, that is the reason what are the previously we discussed previous VPC creation time, right? VPC and EC2 the same code. Internet gateway I'm attaching that VPC and the public subnet I'm creating based on the length of my subnets in the like as variable file, and that like based on the CAD blocks that which were created in the variable file and the available zones which are from the variable file, and the make public IP on launch true. It's because of I need a public IP for this. And the next here resource, the root table I'm going to create here, this root table resource, and then associate with this root table for this, which we already discussed previously. And security group, this is from previous session only, that EC2 instance creation time, inbound role, outbound role. This is the instance I'm going to create. Okay, now that instance we are going to get the like as file, right? Now I commented this and again I open for the normal way. Okay, see this. And the next is that like based on the instance count, if you make it a 2 or 3 or 5, it will be increasing the that name here. That key name I'm going to give the same variable dot key. We'll see that what is I written in the previously. I need to change that again. Now then again is that ELB, the Terraform ELB I'm going to creating, and the subnet based on the subnet here, that is like AWS subnet at public, which I already created in the above one. See here, subnet at public. If you feel like this, it's implementing this here is there is a lot of like as editors we have Autumn and then Visual Studio and whatever you want, we can written this. But I won't recommend like anything, but I can written here itself. Even I have the 5,000 lines, even I keep it the same here. Because of I know like as the VA editor, if you do shortcuts, how we can go for shortcut and search and then replace and then highlight it and then go for line numbers. If you know all the shortcuts, it's a very simple. Okay, see here. This internet gateway and then subnet, right? We need a subnet. That subnet here, AWS subnet dot public and then ID. ID means this public subnetted ID will be getted here. Here, okay. And the security groups, this above which just created the security group. And the next, this is the like load balancer listener. This is like a load balancer listener and then health check. I'm going to checking for the health check. and it will be go for the index.html file. Like if you have the index.html, to refer this, and it will be listening target port is the 80, and then how many instances are there, that will be adding for this here. I guess based on the instances web server.id, that many IDs will become here, 1 or 2 or 3, whatever it may be. Then next ELB, like as output, the DNS name I'm going to be reading, like last time I'm showing, right? The DNS name like this. Okay, like this is aws.elb, the terraform elb.dns name. The DNS name, this variable, if you read it, now we'll get the DNS name here. That ELB here, right? We have created first. Over here. Okay, this ELB dot terraform ELB dot DNS name is that this DNS, once we created that ELB, we get our DNS a record DNS name, right? The DNS name will be printed out in the console level. We don't need to go for inside the AWS console also. We can copy paste direct from here. We can access our application now. And see here, this instance which you created is a public VPC or not our own VPC. We can refer here. Okay. Now see this. The subnets, right? The subnet which you created, this AWS subnet.public. Okay, this public means what? Where we created in this our own VPC level. The subnet we are going to add it here now. Okay. Even if we refer this subnet, the VPC automatically we can add it the particular VPC. This subnet, whatever the from the VPC we created, that VPC will be piped out here. Even if you want to search, I need to specify the VPC also. We can specify the VPC also. Okay. Even this subnet is associated with this VPC is not required. This automatically the sub VPC will come this. Clear? Guys, same code again. Now let's open the Terraform variable file here. Now see here, VPC CIDR, subnet CIDR, ages, AMID, and then instance type, number of instances you want to be create. I'm going to create a 2 instances this time, and this key is that this key is removed. Okay, I'm going to use which is existed key for this. Then next, I'm applying Terraform apply. Okay, it's added for 11 sources, and this is the DNS is printing for the output. Just take this and then refer this here. Directly once you are getting this, you can refer here. This DNS. Sorry, this is DNS name. Just go for here. Just go for instance level. That instance are created here or not. First, I didn't get any error. Server 0, server 1. Now what I do? The previous one, right? I'm going to terminate that. from this side. Once you create the resources, right, whatever through Terraform, just don't forget to destroy. Okay. Sir, how it will be understand, like as whatever we created mean that is the Terraform state file. Okay. The Terraform state file, when you apply the first time, that state file will be located here. Even if you want to maintain the state file in the public cloud, the Terraform cloud, create a one Terraform cloud account. The same how with the GitHub account, right? The same way we have the Terraform cloud. The Terraform cloud we need to set up in your local system. That all the state files will be stored into the your cloud actually. Okay. Now let's go back one step back here. VPC ELB. Let's do the Terraform apply now. Do the Terraform desktop if you already have. I'm going to create first again. Because of two Terraforms are the same, it will be configuration, right? That is not destroyed. Again, I created something is mess up. Whereas you can create only one file. Okay. We can maintain for the one Terraform state for all. Let's see how this thing. That we are not going to be destroyed. Okay, fine. The next, let me apply this. Yes. Take this now. Now let's something is not. Okay, now what we do? Let's go for our instances. That instance is created and install that HTTP server or not. First check this. This server. Then go here. Maybe it health check, right? It takes time basically. But at the time we are going to set up, right? It takes a little bit time for load balancer maybe to get to know like as health check is ready. First of all, anyway, we'll check for these instances one by one. In this web server, we install HTTP script. That script is working or not, just refer this. The instance is created. That HTTP script is like a successfully done, means there is no issue on the our instances creation and then install the HTTP script. Okay. Now let's go for another instance also. Create here. So what something one is creating, another one is here. What's the problem here is one is getting that public IP here, another one is not getting. Something I need to look into this. Now what happened? The same script is applicable for one one instance, another one is not applicable here. You know what happened. I'll check it this anyway. Now the next what we'll do check, go for load balancer here. Something that script issue, that maybe public API is not assigning for that instance, maybe something. The DNS were created for there with the two instances. What does mean here? VI here, right? What is the mess up here is, I feel in the subnet security group. Okay, and launch is here. These two instances applicable, these are not. This is my question actually. This public IP instance launch. One public subnet is working fine, that another public subnet is not working fine, which we created the instances. That's fine. One second, guys. What's the problem here is, okay. Let's do this target index.html file. I don't want to do any index.html, like target is the 800, not just we need to apply this again. Terraform apply. Now you must contain the health target 80. is correct. Update. We'll check. 1 second. Now, why not cat? One step back. VPC to VPC.tf. Sorry, not this side. Now cd step back. ALB ALB.tf. What mistake we made? It's a different target group, right? There's different load balancers we have, like as ALB, ELB, terrafrom. This is for target health check. Set mode. It's needed a root path. Let's save this. Let's do the terraform apply. Let's see. The previous instances are destroying and these new instances are creating. See. That is the meaning of this block actually. Okay. Like which are giving this right. Yeah. I can't show you right now. I'll show you later once it's done. I know some of Terraform files they may take the 1 hour, 40 minutes also, 1 hour 30 minutes more than that. When you're creating a clusters and Redis cluster and those kind of scenario, it will take a lot of time. This Terraform files, Elasticsearch cluster and Redis cluster. Now let's see this time. Copy this. Wait for some time. It may take time, I think so, for healthy load balancer checking. Just refresh this. Instances. Just check here. If it is healthy instances, definitely will get it here. Second. Long time you keep it, no? 30 minutes, 30 into 10. Taking time. It's not copied. At least one should work right at least. Changing the time to fast purpose to check instances healthy or not. Yeah, it registered. Yes, I already seen that. The load balancer we already registered, right? It's registered. There's something issue with the target stuff actually. I'll check it this. If it's not gonna work, I'll update you the next. We'll take from next another class for any one of the weeks weekend weekdays. I'll let you know. There's a couple of things I'm going to discuss in the Terraform again, if it is possible, like random number generator. Even I already given the small code it is. It's a big not big thing, but I'm using real. Okay, those kind of things. No, go for your instances here. It should work right. What the hell was when I test results? In meanwhile, what I tested the code and that's the reason I sent. When both are working again, I don't know what's happened. What's wrong with this? So both instances are working on this time. This is 93. This is for 239. This time is got it. See, I didn't do anything now. Now let's see load balancer also. Earlier it's showing the only AIAM It's worked now. For see, even that if you don't guess this URL, that is a different. Okay, the same URL. Okay, it's working now. That target path is wrong actually. Now 93 and then 93. When you go for again 239, 93, 239, like that. Okay, and you feel like guess it's working for our own VPC or not? Show me. Okay, now let me show you. It's our own VPC, our own. If you feel like I still have a question, not go for instances. Not for you. For me, right? Let me check here. This is a VPC ID. This is a subnet. Okay, this is a VPC ID. This is a subnet. Now, what is the VPC? This is terraform VPC. Means our own VPC. This is a subnet. Our own VPC subnet. Is it clear now? Means the or everything is created by under our own VPC, our own subnet. The target path that is expecting HTML file. Now that is not available. I think so. That's the reason it's failing. Okay. Anyway, is that clear, guys? Any questions? We made it more like as this is what exactly we're doing, other than some let's say ECS clusters and that's like as easier integration, and that 2 is extra, and Redis cluster is one extra, and that's 3 only we have that right now. That 3 is in my Terraform extra. Other than that, everything is the same. Maximum end-to-end setup. Instead of EC2, we are using for ECS plus. Forget, that's it. We set up the EC2 here. Any questions, guys? Now, what we do, this ELB we are going to register in the root 53. That root 53 will find out our own domain. That domain will be redirected to the this instance, these applications. That's it. That is exactly. It's everything in the one step is going to be deploy everything. Clear, guys? Any questions? Clear, guys? Okay.